Hey troops, it is GeneralJSmith back with another LEGO Star Wars 2014 Winter Set review. And this time we have a set simply called the Jedi Interceptor. But if you want to be more specific, you can call it Anakin's Yellow Jedi Interceptor. But anyway, this set number is 75038, ages 7 to 12, comes with 223 pieces, and is £20, and I assume it would $20 or $25. So yeah, good price from the amount of pieces. I will be comparing this to the green one. Unfortunately, I don't have like the really old yellow one, but yeah. To me, it looks like exactly the same design as this, except obviously in yellow. So I'm not sure about that. Technically, these figures are new. It says, however, not so new that they're incredibly awesome. This is out of the entire line. This is one of the lower sets. This is probably one of the sets which people aren't going to get as many of compared to other sets. It's not particularly a bad set, but, you know, just compared to the other sets from this line, this probably won't sell as well. But anyway, if this is your first time watching my reviews, basically what I'm going to do, you can see it is in the box at this moment. It is unopened. What I'm going to do a very quick speed build right here, for about 30 seconds long for you. And then I'll do the actual review of the set. So, let's start building this thing then. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that Let's Build. Yeah, the one thing that surprised me, the fact that I had 3 numbered bags. You know, for a set this small, 3 numbered bags is pretty, well, quite a lot. So, but at the end of the day, it did make the build a lot easier and quicker. So, I suppose I'm not really going to play in there. Yeah, it was an alright build. It was alright. I don't really know what to say about the build in itself. You know, it was fine. I wouldn't really want to build this set like many times, but then again, saying that, I'm not sure why you'd ever get more than like one of these, other than maybe to sell it. So, yeah, these are spare pieces you get. You get 2 black lightsaber hilts, so that's cool. They're pretty rare. It's cool to have them. Also, you know, you get like one of these another spare printed one of these pieces, which is the same one you get here, which I'll show you in a minute. So that's cool. You get 2 of them, 1 spare. You know, they're printed. That's awesome. So yeah, I suppose let's get into the set. I'll be comparing it to the green one. Just comparing it straight away. It's about the same size. So yeah. Let's start with figures. Technically, these figures are new. First one we have is Anakin. He's alright. Very little leg printing. We've seen this leg printing before though, I think. Somewhere like in other sets where we've seen Anakin. Yeah, so it's alright. You know, it's not particularly bad, it's not particularly good. Torso printing. Now comparing it to the other one, is it the same? I think yes, it is the same. This is the one from Palpatine's Arrest. Personally, my favourite Anakin. It is the same, actually, the printing on the torso. I think it's a bit more shiny. That might just be the light, but I think it is a bit more shiny on the new one. So that's cool. But the main difference is obviously the face, the head, which I'll go to in a minute. So yeah, same back printing. This set is obviously from Episode 3, the beginning of it. As you see, him and Obi-Wan in their different Jedi Interceptors. So yeah, headpiece is the same shade. Yeah, it's not like any different. Actually, is it? Ooh, it's very difficult to tell. The headpiece on the new one might be ever so slightly darker. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's like a tiny bit darker, but not really noticeably darker. I can't really tell you which one's more accurate because they're so close. So yeah, the main difference, they obviously both come with blue lightsabers. One black hand, one flesh hand. Yeah, the main difference, in fact, really the only difference, is the heads. Take off their hair. This is more his happy face, sort of scarred face, but nonetheless sort of happy. And the new face we get, more serious face. You know, because he's piloting this thing. We have actually got in the a 2007 set Jedi Hyperdrive booster ring thing. You know, with Obi-Wan, that blue one. Yeah. We got Obi-Wan wearing this particular thing. It wasn't as good detailed, but it was still pretty cool. So yeah. So that's pretty awesome. Same sort of scars. So I mean, like, it's good that these two really do suit each other very well. So as in, you know, they do look like the same guy. If you want to use in a stop motion or something, you want to, like, you know, have him put on his thing and become a pilot, then, you know. So yeah, he does come with a two-sided face. The other one's more happy, I think. Or sort of happy. Yeah. Nothing really much different. I mean, the only thing different is the printing on the head, but even that, you know, it's really hard to tell which head went where, which hair went on which head, because they're practically the same. I think that's it. So yeah, new Anakin is cool, but, you know, it's not like the coolest thing ever. It's, well, it's alright. If you want an Anakin pilot, then there you go. We've got an Anakin pilot now. You know, you can have these two on your wall, and that'll be awesome. So, yeah. I'll show you where he puts his lightsaber layer. Next figure, well, the only other figure, is R2, which is new. Yay, we've got a new R2. This is now the third variant of R2-D2. We had, like, the really old one, which is somewhere in the box. Oh, no, here it is. This is the really old variant of R2-D2. From, like, quite a few years ago. Before 2008 or something. You can clearly see a lot of differences between these two R2s. I love this one a lot more. And then even the more recent one we got, like, in the Clone Wars. Difference there. So awesome. Right, this one is more silver, more chromish than this one. This is definitely blue, but it's more darker blue. I wouldn't say navy blue, but just, you know, darker. No back printing, unfortunately. I wish they made Astromechs with back printing. That'd be awesome. So yeah. Just going all the way around. He's even got some printing up here. Oh no, we had that before. So yeah. This is cool. I'll show you where he goes on the set in a minute. So yeah. He's cool. Awesome. So this is personally my favourite R2 to date now. R2-D2. I hope they make other Astromechs in the future in this sort of style. Lego's really upping the game on these minifigures, you know. Some other minifigures, they're so detailed, it's ridiculous. But anyway, nonetheless, he's still R2. He's personally my favourite, like, the best R2, but nonetheless, he's still R2-D2, and there you go. There isn't really much to say about him. He's just good old R2. So yeah, so the figures are nothing really to shout about. Yeah, they're new, but well, just because something's new doesn't mean it's like, you know, ultra good. Yeah, I mean, they're alright. They're good. I mean, but they're not really anything. I wouldn't get the whole set just for those figures. I suppose if you've got a lot of money to spend, then yeah. However, most people can't afford to buy every set. And for those people, this is probably one of those sets which they won't buy because, you know, it's not really, compared to other sets, it's not up there. It's not particularly bad, don't get me wrong. The set isn't bad, it's just not as high as whatever. Now, the Interceptor, just a bit of history on it. Like, an Interceptor is a class of fighter in Star Wars. Like, you have fighters, you have bombers, and you have these different things. An Interceptor is basically, it has, I've forgotten where I got this from, like Wikipedia or something. It's basically designed for dogfights in space. Like, it can't attack anything bigger than another starfighter. It can't, you know, the weapon systems, well, they're not that good. They're not as good as starfighters. However, they are quite persistent. As in, it won't have really powerful missiles. It probably just have a bunch of missiles. And it just sort of tries to overwhelm them. They're ridiculously fast. They're the fastest type of fighter. You know, without going into hyperspace, obviously. They're faster than bombers. They're faster than starfighters. They're faster than all these things. Defense is pretty low. But yeah. Anyway, so there you go. This one, it just says Jedi Interceptor. It doesn't say Anakin's yellow one. So yeah, it's actually a really sturdy set. More sturdy than I thought it was going to be. It's actually quite sturdy. What's to say about it? There's a fair amount of stickers. Not as many as I, you know, worried, but a fair amount. There's one sticker on each of these panels. Because obviously these TIE fighters were based off this fighter. Believe it or not. In the future, TIE fighters were made of this. So, yeah. So there's the solar panels. You have one on each. You know, these fold out. So they're all stickers as well. That's a sticker. And on the other side, that's a sticker as well. I think that's it. Oh no, and on the inside, you see there. That is also a sticker. That is meant to be controls. Right, so, the wings, they are technically posable. You can put them up if you want. However, they're not meant to. They are meant to stay in this position. Comparing it to the, what was it, 2012 one with, you know, like, from, you know, the green basically one. By the way, if you don't know why Anakin has two interceptors, different colours, it's because, well, this one was basically trashed in episode 3 at the beginning of it. So we needed a new one to have at the end, and he got a green one because I don't know, maybe he likes the colour green. This one has two. One of the problems is it doesn't stay up. This one has two hinge pieces. By the way, I reviewed this set. You can look back in my video history if you want to see this reviewed. It has two hinges there. This new one has three hinges. You notice. So that's just a little thing I was going to mention. You know, they changed it from 2 hinges to now 3. So it's even more sturdy. It's even fuller on. As I said before, this is a printed like little piece. Normally, I don't think we've ever got this piece like this small. We have had in the past Republic symbols. However, they're normally on bigger pieces, you know. So yeah, and we get a spare one of them. So yeah, I suppose if you wanted to, you can put it on the other side. There isn't really any particular position. I don't know, I just sort of put it like this, or it's just, you know, roughly in this position, and there you go. One of the main problems with the 2012 one was the fact that every time you lifted the cockpit up, it would take that piece, how do I just put this down, it would take, that piece with it, because, you know, you had to fix it on. That was the only piece here which actually stayed on, otherwise it would just flop down. And it would take that piece with it, so that's a bit of a problem. But now, they've fixed that problem by giving it this piece, which is a lot more sturdy. You know, just slot that in very easily, it does not come out. Very nice. The actual cockpits are a bit, this one's a bit lighter, than this one. So yeah. as you see. I think that is actually accurate to the thing, to the film. Yeah, I have no idea what this is for. In this one, because unlike the old ones, I do have one of the really old ones, like the ones that weren't really detailed. In those old ones, you could only put the head of an astromech unit in there because like it didn't fit. But with the 2012 one, they redesigned it so you can actually put R2-D2 in that slot, and he's set there. But to try and make it look symmetrical, they put flick-fire missiles on this side, you know, to flick it. But obviously, and, you know, so it made it symmetrical. On this side, they've sort of done the same thing, but they seem to have forgotten the flick-fire missiles. So they're not there. I have checked, you know, there's nothing in the instructions about, you know, this is just a spare random piece. I have no idea what it's meant to do. But that's obviously where you put R2-D2. I can just, yeah, he just sits on there. You do have to turn his head, like, to the sides, but I can't bother right now. Yeah. His legs, oops. His legs just sort of hang free. But yeah. And there you go, that's him. That's him in there. You can't actually see over that if you actually look straight on, but, you know, that's just one of those little things. These are the engines, comparing with the old engines. Not sure which engines I like more. Oops. Old engines, new engines. Yeah. But they're both pretty cool. Nothing really much more to say. I mean, it's more about colour. I think, I'm not sure if you can still buy this one. Maybe you can in some places, but it is quite old. It was like, I think summer, no, it was probably winter 2012, so it is quite old. It might have been exclusive, or maybe not, I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah. So there you go. Now, opening the cockpit, which is very easy. Yeah, thank you, Lego. Problem is, there's nothing like to keep it there. You see, once you've opened it, it just hangs. But that's a minor problem, I suppose. As I said, that is a sticker. You can put Anakin Skywalker in there. If you want to put his lightsaber, you know, those two pegs. Now, you can't actually fit the whole lightsaber in, like just like that. So what you have to do is take the blade off. I know this wouldn't. I know actually this couldn't happen. This would be impossible, but you're meant to put it in like that. You know, with the blade and the thing off. And then if we take, hang on, take Anakin. And there you go. Simple as. There you go. So now he's in. And now he flies along. Yeah. There aren't really that many features again to this set either. Like not many of these sets have features, to be honest. I suppose let's go on to really the last feature. Like most sets we're getting with this line, we're getting these new spring-loaded shooters. We get two of them actually. So that's cool. We get to fire two at once. Now, if you don't know how they work, basically you push them down. They're very delicate. That's why I don't really like them that much, because you know you could accidentally knock them, and they'll go like really far. And if you accidentally knock them, you won't see where they go, so you'll lose them. Thankfully, you do get three, so you do get a spare one. But you're meant to put these two down. I'm aiming at the box. Just push them down, basically. Yeah. So quite powerful, and I think they could easily get lost. I don't mind these ones as much, mainly because they're sort of hidden. The ones with, as I mentioned, with the battle on Seleucami, this one, I do not like this because it's so obvious and it makes it look childish and everything. This one I do not mind because it's sort of hidden and doesn't really take away anything from the set. I'm not really gonna leave these in. When I put this probably somewhere on my shelf or something, I'm not gonna leave these in because I might accidentally knock them. So if I'm gonna put it somewhere to leave it, you know, on my table or whatever, then I'm probably leave them out. So yeah. There you go. You've got these little guns on the side, the same as the 2012 version. 2012 version there, and they're cool. Oh, by the way, I don't actually know which one are they. Are they all guns? Like, Are these little ones, are they the guns? Are they the main guns? Or are these massive ones the main guns? I'm not entirely sure. Now, if you actually watch the thing, you see them using these guns as the weapons. But obviously you'd assume these are. I mean, these might be like, I don't know, proton torpedoes or something? Missile launchers or something? I don't know. By the way, these are slightly different on both models. Slightly different. They're longer on this one, but yeah. Looking like this, yeah, they are the same length. They are exactly the same length, actually. So yeah, not sure which one I prefer. I can't really tell you. I suppose my favourite colour is red, so I suppose I would have to say the red one. Obviously, if they made a red one in this version. So yeah. But that's cool. Nonetheless, very cool. Oops. And there you go. That is pretty much the whole set. Yeah, it's a cool set. If you can afford it, get it. There are definitely other sets in this line which I'd recommend more. It's not the worst set in the line. It's not a particularly bad set in and of itself, you know. But, you know, I could understand this not getting many sales just because we have so many other awesome sets. But don't, you know, I would give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. You know, it's a good set. It's a cool set to have. It's just, you know, they sort of brought it out at the wrong time if they want to sell it, because there's so many other brilliant sets. But yeah, so that's a review of it. I suppose let's get on to the instructions. We'll just put these two here. Onto the instructions on the back. By the way, I've just ordered that and the sheet metal pack, so they are on their way. They'll be coming next week. So I've got all these. I will be reviewing them. They will be reviewed, and I've also got the exclusives that aren't here, and that's just the piece count, I suppose. So yeah, you got Lego.com here, but yeah. So yeah, it's got three bags, which is peculiar. Don't know why it has 3 bags, but you know, there you go. There you go. Onto the box, I suppose. You notice I sort of had to completely, you know, destroy the box to open it. It was like, yeah. You got the dimensions of it on the back. It's very cool. He's flying along. Yeah. Got Anakin there. R2. New R2. Awesome R2. Yeah. Cool set. It says to just put like the whole thing in, but obviously you can't do that because the thing won't close. So, I don't know. So I don't know. I assume it means, yeah. There you go. Now, and yeah, you got Anakin and R2-D2, the one and only R2-D2. You spring-loaded shooter. Yeah. So cool box. Don't have the piece count, fortunately. Those guys down there. And then you got the new Darth Vader box art. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. If you see the box in stores, this is what the size is. It's actually very close to the actual picture. So, this is what the size is compared to it. You know, like that. And there you go. Okay, so there you go then. That is your review of the Jedi Interceptor. Let's call it Anakin's yellow Jedi Interceptor. That's more specific. So please give this video a like if obviously you liked it. Please leave a comment down below on whatever you want. Ask me questions, you know, anything. Whatever you want to do that. And please obviously subscribe to my channel. I'm doing all the sets. They will all be there for you. So they will all be coming very soon. I really like this astromech. He's cool. So yeah. And there you go. So, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Try and position him, okay. And I will see you in another video. Bye, troops.